Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy, and Lena and I'd like to welcome you to Better Horses TV. I tell you what, we got a great show lined up for you this week. We're going to take you and introduce you to one of the members of Better Horses Network, a great horseman, Phil Haugen, down in Weatherford, Oklahoma, has some great tips for you. We're going to go out then back to John Duckworth. You met him before, a farrier, a blacksmith, and an artist. You get to see some great work he does with iron. Then we're going to go see one of our properties. It's one of our favorites, Cottonwood Falls, Kansas, and it's a tremendous opportunity with the Grand Central Hotel and Grill. Wrap it all up at Chef Tail Mark Berkdahl's Hearty Grub segment with some barbecue brisket done in his oven. So sit back, get yourself a cup of coffee, and enjoy Better Horses TV with Ernie the Horse Guy.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
Hi, this is Pastor Frank from Open Range Fellowship, and I've been doing research for a series here at Open Range called Destination Mindset. And you know, I've learned so much from it myself that we need to keep our focus on heaven, keep our focus on things above, not things below, as Scripture says. But it's tough in this world with the chaos and the noise. But we need to get some more quiet and focus about our destination as Christ followers, that we're going to live forever and ever and ever. And I know we need to resolve that fact, and we need to just grasp a hold of it and hang on to it. Let's just pray about it. Lord, just give us a persevering spirit. Give us a destination mindset that we can just keep going. And we ask this in the name of Jesus. You know, this week, focus on heaven. Don't focus on the news or anything around you. Focus on your eternal destination. And I will see you next week, and God bless.
Back in the saddle and out on the trail with Ernie the Horse Guy, now fun will prevail. We'll meet the best horsemen under the sun. Tip our hats to the ladies, keep the good Lord number one. Ride along, sing your song, along with better horses, we're right where we belong. Faith and love from up above, the best of the good life's yet to come.
This segment is brought to you by CSI Saddle Pads.
One of our members of Better Horses Network is Phil Haugen, tremendous horseman down at Weatherford, Oklahoma. He's got some great tips for us. We're going to break this up in a couple segments. Let's go to the first segment right now.
Okay, we're going to start with level 1 exercises in my Foundation to Finish program. Now, these are the exercises that we start to do with every horse once we've gotten through the Foundation to Fundamentals program of working that horse in the round pen, getting through that first ride, and putting that foundation on them. So that is all a prerequisite to what we're going to do today. But like I talked about in the intro, training this horse's body is easy as long as I can get this horse to understand what I'm asking it to do. And so in a sense, we're training this horse's mind to think. And I want to keep this horse using the thinking side of his brain right from the start. I want this horse to develop the habit of always thinking and get him out of the habit of reacting. So that is always in the back of my mind as I go through these steps and as we develop this foundation in this horse. Now, these level 1 exercises are all done at a standstill or a walk for the most part. Now, I know for some of you, and for me, myself included, that's kind of boring or monotonous at times, but this is the foundation of the foundation. If your horse and you cannot do these exercises with some consistency and get the desired results, you're not ready to move on. Every horse I get on every day, I go through these level 1 exercises and let that horse tell me where he's weak or if he's ready to advance on. It's all about creating good habits. It's all about creating good habits in your horse, which is the result of you having good habits or me having good habits. And that for a good bit of time was the weakness in my training program, is that my habits were inconsistent. And when I started to understand that my habits needed to be perfect, or I needed to strive to be perfect and consistent with my habits, my horses started to reflect that. So, moving forward, level 1 exercises, the first exercise that I'm going to teach this horse is lateral flexion. Lateral flexion is the cornerstone of everything. It's the cornerstone of vertical flexion, one-rein stops, rollbacks, turnarounds, two-handed stops. If you don't have, in my opinion, great lateral flexion, it's really hard to move forward and have any success. With lateral flexion, 2 things have to happen. Number 1, this horse's feet need to be still. Number 2, this horse has to get off the bridle. And when I say get off the bridle, I'm saying I want him to release the pressure on that bridle. Okay? When I ask for what I feel like is a correct lateral flex, the first thing you have to be aware of is your hand position on your reins. And I'm going to talk about rein management a lot as we go through these 3 levels of exercises.
Hey, we're going to take a break, come back, and finish this up. Did you enjoy that first segment, Phil? Tremendous horseman. Take a break. We'll be right back with more Better Horses TV.
Hi, I'm Donna. This is Ringo. We're with CSI Saddle Pads. I'd like to invite you to ride our new revolutionary Flex Plate saddle pad. We offer a 30-day money-back, ride it, get it dirty guarantee. And the best part of the pad is it's 100% American-made with American parts by American hands.
Yeah, we're riding these CSI Saddle Pads. The thing that really sells it for me is they have a flex plate inside them, and that distributes that pressure over the horse rather than putting it all in one spot.
For more information, go to csipads.com.
Better Horses with Ernie Rodina is brought to you by your friends at Merck Animal Health.
Hey, we're ready for the second part of Phil Haugen Horsemanship. If you want to check out more of his videos and more of our other videos, you can always go to betterhorsesnetwork.com. But right now, let's go back and finish up our clinic with Phil Haugen.
The exercise and the end result is important, but what is really important is knowing how to get to that end result. So it's the application of these steps that I'm about to show you that is the important part of this exercise. Okay, with your rein management, what I like to do is just lift my reins up so I've got my reins even. I'm going to ask for a lateral flex. Okay, so I just lift my reins in my right hand. I'm going to reach down that rein and grab that rein with my arm extended. Okay. As we go through these exercises today, you're going to hear me talk about hand position. There are basically 3 hand positions that I use for 99% of these exercises. The first hand position is going to be lift. When you hear me talk about put your hand in the lift position, it's going to be a position where my hand grasps the rein in a position where I can lift that rein straight up or lift that rein towards me. The second position is going to be the lead position. The lead position is when my hand is palm down so that if I have a hold of my bridle rein, I can lead this horse's head around. You see how that rein is pulling on that bit and leading that horse's head around? That is the lead position for my reins. When you have your hand in the lead position, say I'm leading my horse's front end around to the left, actually the pressure is on the right side of that horse's face on the other side of that snaffle bit. Whereas when you're in the lift position on this left side right here, like I'm doing right here, the lifting is actually in the corner of this horse's mouth on this left side. So just by changing your hand position that much gives that horse a whole different feel of that bridle in their mouth. And it's extremely important that you're consistent when you go through these exercises, that if you're asking for a lateral flex, that you keep your hand position the same every time. Otherwise, you're sending a different signal to that horse, and his brain is processing it going, okay, what the heck's he asking for now? So that's where it all comes back on us right from the get-go, to be consistent in the way we're asking this horse to respond to us. You know, something I haven't talked about yet, and this is a good time to do it, is a lot of the people I ride for and a lot of the people that I work with on a private clinic basis or in a public clinic, you know, they kind of want to pass the buck by saying, well, I'm not a trainer, so I don't know how to do this, or I don't do this. The thing you have to understand is tonight when you look in the mirror, you tell yourself you are a trainer. Because if you're working with a horse, whether you're feeding them, catching them, saddling them, riding them, you are training that horse to adopt habits, good or bad, every time you handle them. And it is so important that you understand that. And that's why it's so important that you understand how to ask for these responses and be consistent, because that horse is going to be a reflection of you. Okay, going on from there, our third hand position is the collect position. The collect position is used predominantly when you are trying to collect this horse vertically, get some flexion at the pole, do a lateral flex. You have your hand in the collect position. That's when that bit, your bridle, when your hands are in the collect position, that snaffle bit or your bridle is working on the bars of that horse's mouth. And that's the part on the bottom of the jaw of the horse, in between their incisor teeth and their molar teeth. Those are the bars of their mouth. And so when you have your hand in this position, it's working on that horse's mouth completely different than those other two positions. Your hands don't make much of a move, but it gives a whole different feel to that horse in their mouth. So it's really important that you understand that. And basically, those are the three hand positions that I use. I've adopted those for my exercises because they make the most sense to get the end result of the responses I'm asking for. And they're pretty basic. I mean, anybody can learn those hand positions. Anybody can learn what we're teaching on this training DVD. There ain't anybody out there that can't learn to do exactly what I'm doing. The only advantage I have on you is that I get to practice all day, every day. The third position is the collect position. And when I collect a horse, my hands are going to be in this position with the pressure of the bridle reins being on my pinky fingers. So when I go to collect this horse, when we go through these exercises and I start to collect this horse vertically, the pressure is going to be on my pinky fingers and my hands are going to be in this position right here. So you have the lift position, you have the lead position, and you have the collect position right here, okay?
That was a lot of fun, and I tell you what, it's got more information on betterhorsesnetwork.com. Hope you enjoyed it, and this type of information and this type of training and knowledge we're bringing to you on Better Horses TV with Ernie Rodina. Hi friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy, and I want to talk to you about Better Horses properties. If you have a property you'd like to list and sell, I'm the guy to contact. When it comes to marketing, we're second to none. We've got the publication. We'll promote your place in the publication. We'll promote it on our radio networks. We're going to promote it on TV and our e-blast. Better Horses Network is your direction to go when you're looking to market your horse property. So contact me at Ernie at betterhorsesradio.com for your property and let us go to work for you.
This segment is brought to you by your independent Purina dealers.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy, and welcome to this week's episode of Better Horses TV. You know, I'm here with a dear friend, one of the most unbelievable farriers, blacksmiths in the industry, John Duckworth. John, thanks for inviting us out to your ranch here on out there in western Shawnee, Kansas.
Yeah.
And, you know, we go back a lot of years.
Go back a long ways, Ernie.
Looking at 2017, then a lot of you folks might think, well, is this the John Duckworth a series of shows? Well, you know, last year we had the nice barbecue out here with Merck Animal Health.
Yeah.
That was
Sure
great,
did.
and they got a chance to see your place in the summer with all the colors and everything, but never did really a segment on what you do. And then we had your retirement party, and that was fun, but we never did a deal on what you do best, and that's you're an artist when it comes to your work. And so just great to be up here and congratulate you on just having a blast in your retirement.
It's fun, Ernie, because I get to build whatever I want. If I can dream it up, or my wife can, we build it. But I just, the good Lord give me the ability to do this. And if I don't, it was like shoeing horses. I think He give me the ability to look at a horse and read a horse and talk about a horse. But this here, He give me the ability, and if I don't use it, He'll take it away from me, I believe. And I can't sit in the house. I'm just busy. I like to be busy. And
Well, it was such a treat getting to watch how you start with the raw product and twisting that steel and then having those beautiful tables that you make. And you name it, you can make it, John.
I'm just blessed, Ernie. That's the only way to look at it, I guess. But,
Well, I wanted our viewers to get a chance to see this. I know in my next career, I'm going to be running your museum out here and taking people on tours, because I mean, it's just unbelievable the work you're doing. And I want folks, because I think I'm not stepping out of line, that you will commission special work if someone wants to do something. Am I out of line, or
no, we do a little bit of that. I don't want pressure. And if you bid something and build it for so much money, then you got pressure on you to build it. And I don't have pressure. Nobody calls me because their horse lost a shoe or their horse is limping, or no vet's calling you saying you wouldn't look at this. And now it's whatever my wife says. That's kind of what we do.
Well, you're a tremendous farrier, and you've evolved even to put more effort in your artwork with the ironwork. Do you miss the shoe and the horse as much?
I miss the horses. I truly do. And I got to say, I miss the people. I work for a lot of nice people, and real nice. But you've seen that at the party at Lina Weaver's. And that's just a portion of the people I got to work for. But no, I've met so many nice people. And you think about the paths that you go down in your life and how many people you touch in your lifetime. It's amazing. You don't think about it when you're doing it. But boy, after you sit back and look at this, and then I look at this stuff and wonder, how in the world could one guy make all that?
Well, every time I come up here, you're going a different angle and making something new. What's your one favorite piece that you make? And I can tell you that there's about 200 of them around the area that's been pretty popular. That'd be the horse head.
I've made 162 horse heads. I'm not a good businessman because I didn't sell very many. Most of them were donated to cancer benefits in the equine industry, or donated to benefit the American Royal. They sold some at the American Royal. Heartland sold them. I don't know. I donate them to a benefit. They'll help somebody else in this business or in the horse industry. And I miss the smell of the horse, and I miss touching the horse. But I still, I don't know. I try to stay plumb away from them. Doctors told me I'd be crippled in a wheelchair by the time I was 70 if I kept doing what I was doing, so I quit.
Well, you're definitely one of the best farriers in the industry, and to see you evolve and take that to your artwork, it's really something to see, folks, in the artwork that you do, and just beautiful. You had a chance while we were talking to see a lot of this stuff, and it's just amazing.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you. It's neat. It's neat to have your friendship for all these years.
Well,
I mean, think about it. Think about when you tried to go to work for me. That's a good story, Ernie.
The best thing that ever happened is you told me to go do something else. But I tell you what's really neat about this stage of our careers is we get to reflect back and to thank the folks as far as what we're doing and what we were able to do. And and this is such a great audience. It's family. The ones it's amazing how big the horse deal is. It's really kind of small.
It is. It's true, and it goes. I talk to people all over. I've talked to people in California about shoeing horses. I'd have veterinarians call me to talk about shoeing horses. So I've talked to a lot of different people.
Well, I tell you what, John, thanks for giving us that opportunity again to come out to your ranch, your beautiful home, open it up to us, and we're going to find an excuse again to come out here and do some filming. So check it out. Get a hold of John Duckworth. Get a hold of me if you're interested. John told me that we can go and do a tour here sometime. So get a hold of me at ernie@betterhorsesradio.com. John, thanks a million,
Ernie,
and enjoy
thank you.
working with you.
Thank you.
You care about your animals and feeding them the best. And that's where Purina's local Kansas City dealers step in, providing you experience, knowledge, service, and advice. Purina feed dealers are people who believe in community involvement and who believe in you. They have a passion for the feed industry and are committed to helping customers unlock the potential of every animal. If you are looking for a trusted source for your animals, look no further than your local Purina feed dealer, your partner in animal care.
This segment is brought to you by Heritage Tractor and your John Deere and Featherlight trailer dealer.
This week for our Better Horses Properties with Keller Williams of Diamond Partner Group, we're going down to Cottonwood Falls to the Grand Central Hotel, one of my favorite places around. Cottonwood Falls, Kansas. We're talking about the Grand Central Hotel and Grill. Wonderful rooms down there, 10 rooms, by the way, and they're all named after 10 ranches that are from that area. And just the decor is tremendous, from the honeymoon suites to just all the rooms. And the atmosphere is just great, wonderful part of the state, and a great opportunity for a business with the hotel. And maybe just go down, and the restaurant is second to none. From the hors d'oeuvres, just unbelievable, to the salad. And then the entree, they are, as far as I'm concerned, the best steak in Kansas. Just love eating down there. Just tremendous opportunity. Great dining area and a lounge area. It's just one of our favorite places, and really put together nice. You'll fall in love with it as soon as you come down to the town and check out this property. Contact myself, Ernie Rodina, or my son Brent Rodina with Keller Williams Diamond Partners Group out of Olathe. I think you're going to really love it.
Hay is not for horses. They deserve Stanley Premium Western Forage. There's no better place in the country to grow forage than Idaho, and Stanley is one of the country's largest producers. From pellets, cubes, and chopped forage in bags to compressed in 3-tie bales, Stanley cultivates the premium forage types horse owners demand. Because your horse needs hay, but he deserves Stanley Premium Western Forage.
This segment is brought to you by CSI Saddle Pads.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guide, and welcome to this week's episode of Hearty Grub with Chef Tail Mark. Mark, we're back into your wonderful kitchen. You got a tremendous meal. Always come up with something new and exciting. What have we got going on this week?
We're going to do a little oven smoked brisket. Since it's cold out and I don't want to start my smoker up, we're going to smoke one in the oven. The little soy sauce, liquid smoke and stuff, and I got a little smoke machine. We put a little real smoke on it. Been cooking since about 1:30 this afternoon, so it's got about 6 hours on it, so it ought to be good.
Well, it really looks good. Brisket's one of my favorite cuts, and be able to do that in the house. We cook them outside, smoke and everything like that, but it takes quite a bit of an art to get one where it's really edible and good from that standpoint and tastes great. And you can compare it to almost with what you cook outside.
It should be able to when we get done. It'll be a good comparison. Then I'm going to maple glaze some carrots just for something different, and something I'm kind of proud of come up with. It is a creamed potato. It's going to be like eating a potato soup with a fork.
Well, that's really good. And then I tell you what, Tina come up with a dessert we're going to have. It's pretty good.
We picked these black raspberries out of the garden this summer, and they're really good. And we made these little turnovers after them, and she's been working over there on a maple glaze to go over the top of them.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, it's exciting as far as what we got going on here. We're so glad that you could join us. We got some good neighbors here join us, and that's Dale and Sandra Keyser, and so glad to have them here. And we're looking forward to kind of having a nice meal here tonight.
We'll get it put together again. We got a little work to do here, and then we'll talk to Sandra and see how we did after a while.
We'll be right back with the final presentation.
Okay.
Your buddy Ron once said he could install your ceiling fan. He couldn't. And that one time, Ron said another chili dog was a good idea? Yeah, It wasn't. So when Ron said you'd never afford a John Deere tractor, you knew better. Now, Ron does too. The E-Series, legendary John Deere quality, unexpected low price.
Stop by and see Heritage Tractor at one of its 9 locations for your John Deere and Featherlight trailer needs. HeritageTractor.com.
This segment is brought to you by your independent Purina dealers.
We got our final presentation here. Got it done, finished done. Now let me tell you, that brisket has to be one of the best briskets I've ever had in my life. Just got just enough seasoning, but not too much seasoning. How long did it take you to cook that little piece of
Well,
meat?
it went on about 1:30 and kind of played with it off and off afternoon, so about 6 hours altogether.
At
I
what
guess.
temperature?
About 250, 275.
One of the best. And then you put that glaze on top of it, and then that didn't satisfy you enough. You made this all juice. It's just unbelievable. So that, I know you're raving about the potatoes. We got the carrots over there. You outdid yourself.
The potatoes are one of my favorites. It's kind of one of me and my mother's creations, and I just love them. I just soon eat a potato like that as anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, we get our production people to quit eating it and everything. We're going to be in good shape.
Well, you see, you ate this whole corner off.
It's just great, folks. Wait till you get that recipe. I got to tell you, that brisket is just tremendous. And the neat thing about it is, you said, not much salt and pepper on it. No.
I didn't put any rub. I didn't put any rub on the meat. I'll just let the marinade be the star of the show.
But the fact is, you can over-season something and you can over-smoke it just the right amount.
Yeah. The only thing you're going to notice different about this than when you're doing a smoker, it don't have the pretty smoke ring and stuff on it, but it's still got the char on the outside, and I thought it turned out.
And we haven't even talked about the turnovers yet.
Oh, just wait till you try one of those.
Really good there. So great meal. I wish you guys could all enjoy it, and you can. You're going to get the recipe online. Be doing that, but I know Sandra and Dale that's here with us, I know they're excited and everything about eating this, and so let's dig in.
Okay, let's eat.
Friends, we had a great time today with Hearty Grub and with Chef Tail Mark. Mark, I'm telling you, it's one of the best meals, best briskets I've ever had, and we're so glad to have Dale and Sandra Keys are here from Garnett, just unbelievable residents here in the county. And what'd you guys think of it?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
What'd you think, Dale?
Unbelievable.
It's good. So glad, but I tell you what, Mark, just a great meal. You know, I have to say, the meat without the au juice is as good as it is with it.
Yeah, you don't want to cover it up with it. Let the beef stand on its own. It's just enhance it a little bit.
What's some of the plans you got coming up on some future?
Some of your wonderful stuff. I'm going to do a pot pie. A beef pot pie here one of these days.
Looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to
Ernie,
that.
I guarantee you will like it.
It's right up there with the meatloaf.
I
for
know.
me.
It's one of my things I like to do, though, so you're going to have to bear with me on it.
It'll be good. You got my confidence, 110%.
Okay.
So I tell you what, so glad that you could join us today. We had a blast of meals here. Let's dig in. We got the turnovers, just really great. We'll see you next time on Hearty Grub with Chef Tail Mark.
Okay, thanks, Ernie.